Welcome to Booknerds Author Agency podcast, where we delve into the world of literature and storytelling. Today we have a very special guest, Bhavini. Please join me in welcoming Bhavini Bhargava, a remarkable author and poet. In the conversation, we will talk about her journey as an author, inspiration behind, and themes that drives in her poignant collection, Unheard. So let's dive into the world of Bhavini. Hey Bhavini, welcome to Book Nerds Author Podcast.
Hi, thank you so much. Thank you for having me today.
First of all, congratulations for your first book, and it's very impressive. I've already read it.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
And I love the title Unheard. How did you come up with it and what it signifies for you?
Mm. Uh, Great question, first of all. I feel like I'm the kind of person who couldn't really open up and talk about their emotions and feelings very easily. And so that's why I remain unheard. And I feel like some people who are listening to this or can also relate to the feeling that, it's just terrible to just talk about your feelings and, be at the one vulnerable position. So the title basically resonates with me and signifies how I always try to be that happy and funny person, but not really show my inside true self.
And I can see that you have very beautifully divided into various sections. So, what inspired you to write this collection first? And how did you divide it into the different sections?
To be honest, I never thought that I would be publishing a book. I just started writing on pieces of paper and just in a concise manner, probably rhyming, or I like to think that, just because I wanted an outlet for my emotions. Uh, Deciding the themes wasn't anything big because I feel like uh, they are like the seasons of life that I would like to describe them as, or maybe the phases of life that I feel like most people experience and go through. Uh, yeah, so that's how I divided the sections and wanted people to resonate with it and connect with it.
So, somebody helped you, or you were the one who decided to divide into the different sections?
No one really helped me because we never planned on publishing a book. I was just writing on pieces of papers and just collaborating all of them together. And this is how the sections came up.
Okay. When I was reading your book, especially one poem, The Voice, from the Passionately Passionate section, I really loved it. Can you share the story behind? Because that is very deep.
Eh, yeah. I tried to write about it like how I think life is and what's the reality behind life. As we grow up, sometimes, we lose touch with our true self and we start chasing the things that aren't really meant for us. And later, when we realize that while chasing these tiny little things that give us short term gratification, we lose our true self. And when we hear the voice of ourselves calling ourselves again to come back on the right original path that was meant for us, we eventually find happiness and we know that, we were meant to attain all attain this all along.
Okay. So I know this is your work. You might be in love with each and every poem of yours, whichever you have selected. But is there a particular poem that holds a very special place in your heart?
Yeah, one of the poems that I really liked and which meant a lot to me was titled with a dream or a sign. I can recite it for you right now. A
Please
dream
do.
or a sign. Would you be willing to meet the younger you? Asked the man with the glare enthralling and ice blue. Said, can make my past choices wiser. Sounded like the most sagacious advisor. Was not an opportunity that could be missed. Could forego all to give my younger self a bit of assist. Then appeared in front of the 19-year-old me. Was astounding to see the little girl happy and free. She wasn't startled at who I was, but how I looked. Was the sad and gloomy aura that made her show. She could see the pain in my eyes, the pain of telling me all those lies, that how happy I was doing my job, that I never wanted to be at the top. How living every day does not hurt to the core, how it's very easy to get some sleep before 4. I was seeing how wasted potential heart is in shape, and how it's never tempting to get high and drink. In that pin drop silence, no words exchanged. Little girl just kept staring, all contained. No explaining, no hearing, just eyes spoke. The fear became very real, no joke. She very much understood what not to do. The woman was nowhere near the plan she drew. Sigh of relief after grasping it was just a dream, maybe not, but too scared to find out it seems.
It's beautiful, and you recited it really, really very well.
Thank
How at this you are so mature to write such good words. I'm really amazed with that.
thank you.
Really,
I also don't know, but thank you.
it's really beautiful. And I think you are hardly in your teens when you wrote this, or you are still in your teens. I'm not very sure about it.
Yeah, I was around 16 when I wrote it.
Oh my God. So at 16, you were that mature to write such good words. I'm really very proud of you. And I'm sure your
Thank you.
parents were.
I
And
hope so.
then, and when I was going through your book, I can see few visuals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there a story behind it also? Because it
Uh,
really has the reading experience of mine.
okay. I'm glad. Wasn't that deep, but I feel like the one thing that I wanted to show in my poetry book was the simplicity and the minimalistic work. And I didn't want to distract the viewer's attention, the reader's attention from my poetry and the meaning behind the poetry. Uh, I wanted there to be some designs and graphics that would enhance their experience. But at the same time, as I already mentioned, I didn't want the distraction. But also, I wanted the natural and impactful connection between the words and the art. So that's how I came up with it.
And who has helped you with this visual art? You have
I
drawn it.
so definitely.
Who has designed this visual art for you? Or you have
I
done it yourself?
No, I wish, but no, I didn't do it myself. My dad helped me with it. So yeah.
Okay. It's really impressive. Very impressive, I would say. And about the language, it is actually heart touching and the words are very nice. So, did you work on it, or it was just you go with the flow and you start writing and the words and the emotions drawn to it?
I feel it was just going with the flow because it was never intended. I was never like intentionally writing it for,
Mhm.
publicizing it or publishing it. It was just going with the flow, I feel like. And I was in my era of reading books and stuff, so I had those words in my head. That helped me a lot. So
Okay.
yeah, it was just going with the flow, and whatever comes in my head, I just pen it down.
And it is already a bestseller. How do you feel about it?
It's very overwhelming. I never expected it. I was confident, but I never expected it to be a bestseller because there are great authors in this world, and I didn't know if people would like connect to my poetry, if they would understand what I am trying to say. But I'm glad that it's a bestseller, and it's such a great feeling at a young age to become a best-selling author. So yeah, I'm really proud of myself.
Well deserved, I would say. Many congratulations on that note. And just you recited a very beautiful poem for us. So, are you planning something like turning it into an audiobook or something in your own voice?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't thought about it yet, but
Mhm.
looking at how people really connect with the poems and how basically we all are going through the same things in different ways. So maybe I can think about that. Maybe it's a good idea, I feel like,
And do you really want any of the poetry to be recorded as a song?
as its own,
As a song, as a
as a
music album,
song.
or a music album? Is the difference between an audiobook and a music album?
Mm. Maybe if I like that idea, if I think that, it's giving that emotion and that feel to it, then maybe I would be open to it.
Okay. So, do you sing also? Because I know you are a very versatile personality. You read, you write, into sports, into academics. No,
I really wish I could sing, but I can't. I mean, I sing in the shower, I sing, but I can't.
I hope. I'm sure one day this challenge will also be with us. You just said that you just went to the flow and you start writing the poem, and you're already a bestseller. Maybe you're a singer one.
I hope. I really hope so.
Oh. So, as I said, that you are into academics, you're into sports, you're into writing. And so, what are your future plans?
So my future plans for the next couple of years is to just train for cricket. I
Mm-hmm.
My all-time goal is to like play cricket professionally. So that's what I'm gonna do. And
Mm-hmm.
on the side, I would really want to work in the sports industry. So I'm studying Bachelor in Business Sport Management right now. So I think I would want to make an impact in the women's sports, especially. So I would work in the sports industry, and then I would also really want to write short poetries. Like I would want to continue writing it, and so that's my plan for the next couple of years at least.
So, you are going to, you want to pursue your passion for cricket also, and you want to write short poetry also. So, how do you plan to balance these diverse interests? Have you thought about
Like
it?
the only sorry, I cut you.
Have you thought about it already?
Uh, I haven't thought about that in that perspective, but I just feel like right now I'm balancing things is majorly because I prioritize discipline more than motivation. So I feel like consistency and discipline is two of the things that really help any individual who's aiming for anything in their lives to achieve it. So that's what I'm going to do, managing time by being consistent every day, just pushing myself a bit more than yesterday.
Okay, and just poetry. You're not into storytelling, or you're not planning for any other thing in writing when it comes to writing.
Uh, like poetry, I didn't plan anything. I'm still not planning on any storytelling or anything, but
Mhm.
if I get a new opportunity, I'm open to everything. I would really like to discover that field and would be interested in doing so in future.
Okay, so what else you would like to share about your book to us?
About my book, I
Yeah.
just wanted to share that, I don't think people would get the meaning behind the poetry in the first read, because I don't think if someone gave me a poem, I would be able to know the true meaning behind it in my first read. I feel like if you read it a couple of times, if you try to understand, if you try to connect it with your own life and experiences, that would be a beneficial way to go about it. That was the only thing that I feel like.
So, I have interviewed many authors, and many authors are my friend too. They have always shared one thing with me. They had really problem in publishing. Did you face such problem while publishing the book?
I initially did. I thought that I would want to, like, if you want to make your book famous, you'll have to go with the popular publishers. But
Right.
it's not really easy to get a hold of them. But yeah, initially I did find problems and troubles publishing my book, but I feel like the White Falcon Publishing Company really helped me with that. And
Okay.
I'm grateful that they published my book.
Okay. I think they would be happy too because it's already a bestseller. So, so I think, what should I say? I'm actually amazed whenever I once was reading again your introduction. So you are just 19. You have published your book. You're into sports. You're already into academics. So you have impressed me like anything, and I really hope uh, I'll got your sign in this book also. I'm waiting for a what a signed copy of my. I have your copy, but I would like you to sign it for me. And
I
of
would
course,
love
it's
to.
in our selfie. So I'll have a selfie with you too. Hope one day because we both belong to same city, I believe.
Yeah,
You're from Jaipur,
absolutely. Yeah, I'm from
and
Japan.
I'm also from Jaipur. So hopefully someday we'll meet. I'll get this book signed, and I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Any message for our audience?
Just keep working on whatever you dream of. I just don't want to regret anything. That's why I'm pursuing cricket. Maybe you should do that too. Just do whatever you feel like is best for you. and not regret in future.
Okay, so this was Bhavini, and thank you so much, Bhavini. It was quite an insightful to know about your journey and, of course, your book. Thank you so much for joining us on this insightful journey into the world of Bhavini Bhargava and her evocative collection, Unheard. It's been a privilege to explore the nuances of her work and gain a deeper understanding of the stories that have touched so many lives. We hope you enjoyed as much as we did. And remember, the world of literature is vast and there are always new voices to explore. So stay tuned to Booknerds Author Podcast Agency for more discussion with us, with the influencer writer like Bhavini of our time. Until next time, keep reading, keep exploring, and keep the love of for your stories alive. Bye. Thank you so much, Bhavini, once again, and all wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.